Hopefully the game isn't too loud, but I'll test it now from my side. Nah, sounds good. Everything sounds fine on my end. Good. So we're not doing a I suppose I'll recap first, I guess. Battlefield 3 is done, which I'm kind of sad about, actually, because I really like that game. I know all my Instagram reels are just Battlefield 3, like, videos about, like, people gaming, playing it back in the day and stuff, and the maps, and I'm really upset that I missed out. So recap time, Battlefield 3 is done. We finished the campaign on hard difficulty last week. So we finished that, now it's done. There'll be no more Battlefield 3 streams unless the servers miraculously come back to life and I can start the multiplayer. But there, I very much doubt it. So I kind of didn't have anything kind of geared ready for streaming today. Like, obviously I've got games kind of on the horizon and on my list to do. I just didn't really fancy playing any of them. Like, I've got some indie ones, so I've got like a game that's called The Final Station. I've got a few achievements outstanding on the DLC for that game. The reason I haven't done that is because it's literally just playing the DLC over and over and over again. But each time you take a different person with you, like a different survivor, so it gets really boring because it's literally the same gameplay every single time, and it's about 45 minutes per run of the DLC. So I didn't really fancy doing that. I did debate restarting my Stardew Valley playthrough because I upgraded my house and did not get the achievement for it, so the game's already not giving me an achievement. So I'm gonna have to restart, which is not that bad because I'm not that late into the game. I'm quite early in. So I did debate starting that, but then I decided against it because I'm only going to be streaming for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half today, whereas Stardew Valley things kind of take a while to get going. So I thought maybe I'd keep that for another day. Thought about going back to Jurassic World Evolution, the first one, because I still have a few achievements outstanding on that, but it's been so long since I've played it that I'm going to need to get back into how you manage things, and I think I'm going to need a guide as well, because a lot of the achievements are to do with speedruns and like doing part-times, which I hate, because it's a management style game, so I don't know why they thought that would be fun, but there we go. And then I did debate doing Space Marine 2, but I thought I don't really want to because I want to leave. The reason I haven't played Space Marine 2 in a while now, it's been like 2-3 months, is... No, it hasn't. It's been about 2 because we're in March. Math does not make sense in my head. The reason I haven't played it for like a month or two now is because I'm leaving it to kind of update over time, so that when I eventually go back to it, there'll be a nice buffer of new content for me personally, so then I can experience all the new stuff rather than going back now after we've just had an update with the Biovore and stuff. And then I get bored of that within like 2 weeks, and then I have to wait then another like month, 2 month, 3 month, whatever for new content again. I'd rather just leave it, get a buffer of content. So yeah, that was kind of an idea, and then I didn't do that. So I was thinking about maybe doing some Warframe, but I don't really play Warframe solo because I'm really bad at it, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I didn't really do that. And then I was like, oh, do you know what? What I could maybe do is, because I'm going to be playing Siege later tonight anyway with Alex. I think we're doing some ranked, I think. Not on stream, but like that's the plan for us later. I thought maybe what I could do is I could go into Siege. I could, as you can see here, when they load. There we go. As you can see, it's not been great. Loss, ranked loss, don't care about standard, ranked loss, ranked loss. It's not been ideal. So far the highest I've made was Bronze 1, and I've dropped back into Bronze 2, and I've nearly dropped back into Bronze 3. Statistically wise, I'm on 42% win rate with a 1.0 KD. So the KD ratio I'm not that worried about. It was at like 1.3, it's now dropped to 1.0, so that's not ideal, but it's still positive, which I'm told is a good thing, obviously because you should strive to have a positive KD. But the win rate is annoying me. Having a 42% win rate, I think, is quite bad. Because obviously it's negative 50. I want it to be 50% or more. Because at the moment I'm winning less than half my games. Now, granted, I have played ranked in a multitude of ways. So I've solo queued. I've played just me and Alex as a duo. Yesterday I was playing myself, Alex, and a friend, but my friend's on PlayStation, so we were playing in game chat. And he's unranked at the moment, so that goes into it as well. So I've played with like a plethora of different kind of a plethora of ranks, essentially. And obviously, because I started as soon as the season started, we got absolutely shafted, because obviously everyone's unranked. So obviously there are going to be people that were like Emerald last season that are obviously now unranked. So obviously the first couple of games were definitely rough. Hi, Joseph Hazel. I'm doing okay. I'm doing alright. I'm not too bad. I'm just being sad about my rank and how bad I am at this game. But the plan is today, I'm not going to be playing ranked on stream, just because I just don't think I'm good enough personally. I honestly, it's genuinely a thing where I know for a fact I'm not that good at Siege, so I'd rather not play ranked. I'd rather not like do ranked at all on stream, because I'm terrible, and I just So the plan was, or the plan is rather, I was going to go through some of my recent losses. So for example, yesterday, these are the games I had in game chat. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. Obviously, 2 of those are standard. But these 4 games you see here were all done in game chat. So it was a bit of a different experience, because not being able to kind of tweak my game volume compared to the party chat volume, because obviously it's in game chat, so obviously everything is just one layer of audio, really kind of messed with my kind of concentration and my hearing, because I couldn't tweak things properly, or I couldn't have them set up like I normally do. The other thing is that I fully accept, because you'll see there's a coastline loss, and there is a coastline loss as well. I fully accept, and there's a coastline win, but that's standard, so I don't really care. But the main ones, there's a ranked one there, which is coastline, which is a loss. There's a ranked one there, which is coastline. Again, that's a loss. I fully accept. I fully accept that I'm not that good at coastline. Like, I fully accept, because I personally don't like the map. I just don't. I don't like attacking it. I don't like defending it. I just don't like coastline. I don't know what it is. I'm just really not that keen. So I fully accept it's a map that I need to kind of get around this kind of mental barrier where I don't like it. So when I see it, I kind of just do an internal, like, oh well, this game's a loss already, because I'm basically just useless. Because I do know the map, like, kind of, like, I've got basic map knowledge. I think just because I don't like it, and I don't know maybe like quite how to set up sites really, really well, or kind of what ops work really, really well on certain sites on the map. So my plan was to kind of go through maybe 1 or 2 replays, specifically these 2, because they're the most recent ones, and then maybe kind of see, kind of, obviously, if any of you guys have any hints, and then, you know, potentially kind of look at kind of mistakes that I'm making, kind of maybe things I could have done differently. Maybe the operators I'm taking aren't particularly suitable for certain bomb sites, so maybe they need to be better as well. Yeah, I can do that. Joseph. If you want I suppose the best thing for me to give you would be my Insta, because I'm not really active on Discord, because I just never use it. If you want my Insta should be... Bear with. Why am I actually struggling to actually find Insta on my phone? Good God. Yeah, if you want my Insta, it is literally just this. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, if you want my Insta, it's literally just that. It's a profile picture. The profile picture is Inosuke from Demon Slayer. That's if you've watched it. If you haven't watched it, it'll be a picture of an angry ball man with steam coming out of his nose because he's angry. But yeah, if you want to get in touch with me, I'd recommend using the Instagram, because my Discord notifications are muted for a start, because I'm in a Warframe clan, so that's constantly pinging off. So I've muted it, and I just don't use Discord enough in general to kind of use it as a regular kind of thing. So you can message me on Discord as well if you want, but I wouldn't bother, because I just never use the damn thing. But yeah, if you want to do that, by all means. I really need to start looking into actually kind of, because I stream through an Xbox, so I stream directly from my Xbox to Twitch. I don't have like Streamlabs set up or anything like that, because I don't have the setup to kind of work. I have a laptop, but like I've got no, like I don't have the stuff to do it. So having kind of like overlays and like emotes and stuff at the moment is just not viable. I don't think I even have access to emotes at the moment because the channel, I have to do certain milestones to get access to that. So I just don't have that. Anyway, what I'm going to do is what the plan is, I'll load up the coastline replay. I've never used replay before, so I have no idea how this works. I hope it doesn't break the game because I've never done this. So I think if I'm correct is that I can see where everyone is on replay, so I can see my team. Yeah. So how do can I pause? Yes, I can pause. Okay. So essentially, you'll notice already that the op that I took was Mozzie. Now the reason for that, if I'm being completely honest with you, I think I was grabbing a drink. So I think what happened was I was grabbing like a Pepsi or something. I came back, there were like 3 seconds left on the timer, and I was like, and I panicked, and I just picked Mozzie. The main reason for that is that I actually like Mozzie's commando, even though it's not that strong. I don't think it is anyway. Now, how do I select certain people? Is there a way to do that? Is there not a way to do that? Because I've never... Yeah, so that's me trying to shoot at a drone. There's me on the reload. How do I select actual people? Can you do that? Is that a thing I can do? Press Y to expand or collapse player cards. Well, I'm pressing it and nothing's happening. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb. Oh. Yeah, so we'll watch me for the time being to kind of see what I'm doing. Just to kind of, you know... So site wasn't finished being set up for a start, which was really unideal, so I had to finish reinforcing this wall. Now, for some reason on this game, this wasn't me, I don't know who it was, but for some reason on this game, one of the randoms, so the 3 stack is me, so just some gamer, Miss Misen, which is Alex, and then Balding Welshman, which is one of our friends. So we are the 3 stack, that's us 3. The Capcan and the Thunderbird were the randoms, so... One of them, I think, because I know for a fact it wasn't Alex, and I don't think it was Balding Welshman either. Neither of them, I don't think, were dropping this hatch. I'm pretty sure it was either, I think it might have been Thunderbird. I don't know, but I know for a fact it wasn't me or Alex. So, annoyingly, we took this site, I think, twice, and on both occasions this hatch was dropped. Now, the next thing I did is I had one drone, so Capcom was in there. I thought, I'll ping Lion with a red ping. Now, I know the cardinal sin, do not red ping, obviously because that gets cam shot out or Valk cam shot out. However, there are 2 reasons I did this, and you can tell me if I should stop doing it in future. The first reason is that it's my drone, so I am Mozzie, it's my drone, I'm fully willing to I've red pinged him, if the drone dies, it's on me. It's my drone, it's not the end of the world, okay? Second reason is a lot of the time in the lobbies we get when we have, because most of the time me and Axe we go duo queue, so we have 3 randoms. A lot of the time, those randoms do not respond to yellow pings, ever. There have been so many occasions where I've kind of yellow pinged people and they just do not listen to it. But when you red ping, it's like a moth to a flame. Like they're like, oh my, it's like neuron activation in their brains. So the reason I red pinged there is because I didn't know if Capcan was going to kind of pay attention or not if I yellow pinged it. So I red pinged it just to let him know, yes, there is someone outside this door. If you're going to come back into, I believe this is Aquarium, then you need to be careful because Lion's just sat there on the doorway. Luckily, the drone was fine. So Capcan now knows, obviously, Lion's out there. I had another quick peek with the drone. I didn't know that Lion was down there at the time. So obviously didn't know that. Obviously then it yells at me losing signal, blah, blah, blah. Just double checking no one else is there. Cool, okay. Now it's down to a 4v5. So Thunderbird's died. I don't actually know what the reason for that is, so we'll go back a little bit. And we'll swap to Thunderbird. So if we go back. Okay. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb. So she's fine right now. So I'm currently vibing. I'm doing whatever. I'm droning. I'm just curious to see what happened. She's got the shotgun out. She's putting barbed wire down, so shit's not set up. She comes back through the wall. Barbed wire down again. Okay, so she drops. Okay, so she drops below sight. I don't know why she does this. I suppose Thunderbird can be a roamer because as far as I understand, so long as you're not someone who needs to kind of be in sight, if that makes sense, like you're an op that doesn't have to like be in sight to do what you need to do, then you can kind of roam. Now, again, I'm not a siege expert. The reason I'm doing this is to learn and get better. So if anything I say is wrong, obviously tell me and correct me or give me advice on what I'm supposed to be doing. However, my understanding of why this is kind of a mistake is because Alex, who's playing Vigil, you can see her over there, she's over here. So she's currently at the main entrance of the lobby. I think she's on her way back. She's in main lobby at the moment. So she's already patrolling downstairs, right? She's already kind of sweeping the building, kind of doing what she needs to do and roaming. So I don't personally understand then why Thunderbird deems it necessary to then drop below sight to roam as well. So if we watch, I want to see how she died. Is she going for a run out? Okay, so she's clearly looking. So at this moment in time, I think Lion will have moved. If I swap back to me. Yeah, so at this point, I've already pinged Lion. Lion's already pushing away. But now Thunderbird's looking and checking this window. Someone's pushing up to it. She runs off. This is where she's going to die. Window's open. Footstep to the right. Lion was there. So, Thunderbird's there. For some reason, she's deemed it a good idea to essentially peek that. Now, I'm just curious about the placement at this point of kind of enemy combatants. So, Lion, we know. Lion's there. He obviously had run up the stairs to kind of peek the top floor. Obviously, you know, he decided, nah, bad idea, because obviously I red pinged him. He's backed away, repelled back down, and now he's on the base floor. Alex, at this point, is obviously moving towards Lion's position. Obviously, she's going to have heard those gunshots, because obviously Lion's, you know, just absolutely murdered Thunderbird through the fucking soft wall. Interestingly, Zero's here on cams, so I think at the moment he's on his Argus. Now, if we have a look, where are the other attackers? So we've got Lion and Zero on this side of the map. Now, if I had to guess, no one at this point has pushed main lobby. No one else, I believe, is on the downstairs. So if we have a look, where is everyone else? So Lion, we know. Lion's here. Zero's here. Ace is on the roof. Thermite is coming up to the roof. Ursa is interestingly pushing Sunrise. So if we hang it down, if we go back. If we go back again, where was Ursa when Thunderbird hit that then? Damn, okay, so Thunderbird, if she'd been... Damn, interesting. So what happens here then? So Thunderbird's already broken it at that point. Now Ursa may have heard that from where she was, I don't know. Okay, she can definitely hear Thunderbird in there, 100%. So she can hear Thunderbird in there. She decides I'm going to crouch, obviously, to make less noise, even though the crouch animation makes a shit ton of noise anyway. Pushes up. Okay, Thunderbird at this point. Damn, Lion heard that from there? Whoa. Ah, I see. Okay, so Lion was looking about this bit. But then Alex obviously was waiting for it. Obviously then she's holding it. She then sees that and goes, yeah, he's gone over there. She's dead. Ursa at this point is now pushing that. Interesting. Okay, so at this point Thunderbird's dead. Okay, fair enough. So if I swap back to me, I'm currently on a drone. Now this is where things went really bad. What happened was Ace had gotten up to the... This is why I really hate this map. My biggest issue with... kind of with Coastline in general is how this happened. I don't know why it's not showing me. That's actually really annoying why it's not showing the roof. Or is it because he's kind of in the building so the game doesn't want to show him? That's kind of annoying. Anyway, basically, I obviously didn't know the Ace was on the roof because I obviously am on my drone. Obviously, what happens is he breaches the wall. It's very annoying, and even if was it reinforced? I think no, part of it was, part of it wasn't, and we still had. I don't think how many reinforcements do we have left. I don't think it was many. Long story short, this caused problems because obviously now from the roof he's got a really nice sightline into that room, and if I remember correctly, he then kind of moves around like from different sides. So at this point now, Alex has also died to Lion, which is really, really annoying. So Lion now is in Sunrise. If we go back 5 seconds. So he breaches, checks the floor. And Alex at this point is in the hallway. Lion's in Sunrise. Lion's about to set off his scanner. Now Alex can obviously counter that with the ERC-7. Or whatever it is for Vigil, the ERC, whatever the hell it's called. And obviously can avoid that. But I think at this point he may already have heard her anyway. And the problem is, either she wasn't paying attention or she just somehow didn't hear him, I don't know. But long story short, what then happens is Alex is obviously looking over there, presumably because she thinks he's over there. Lion then obviously isn't in her sightline straight away. He immediately has the advantage. The aim, kind of rough, not gonna lie. Did Alex actually did she get any shots off before she died? That may have thrown her, that explosion there from Ace. Yeah, so... Wait a second. Hang on. I want to just look at this aim sec, because Is that on his head? Right, hang on now. I just wanna watch that. She's in the she was in the ERC. She hears that. She turns. She looks. Am I the only one that feels like that aim is on Lion's face? Or am I stupid? Am I the only one that feels like there was a headshot there that the game just said, nah, no, I don't think so? Okay, so she dies at that point. So what am I doing? I'm in hookah still. I'm still on drone. Incredible. So what I'm doing at this point, let me explain. What I was basically trying to do is, because that wall was being breached, I was essentially trying to get my drone up on top of this thing to kind of have an eye line on this bit. Struggling miserably, because I was going to leave it here, that's why I was destroying the bottles. At that point, Alex has just died, however Capcan then has just killed Thermite, so now they are down one person. So now it's a 3v4. Get the drone up there, get the drone kind of watching this area, so I'm trying to get it to capture the rotate on the left as well as the doorway. Come off the drone, I know that the hatch is broken, the rotate is there. I don't like that hatch because I'm pretty sure this is the reason I die. Am I right? I think I'm right. Who's below me right now? Oh, I'm cooked. Am I cooked? Oh, I think I'm cooked. I did die in this round. Where did I die from? Who killed me? Ah! This'll be when I died. So this is why this hatch being opened was a massive problem. I never opened this hatch. I see zero reason to open this hatch whatsoever. It's very stupid, but I think this is why I died. Lion's below me. I'm obviously looking into the hallway because I can hear his footsteps. But to me, it sounds like he's coming up the stairs. Because I still need to get practiced with sound in this game. And long story short, in 3, 2, 1. I obviously don't have a goddamn clue where I'm being shot from. Because I'm like, whoa! So I'm like, oh, maybe someone's pushed into the rotate to my right. Better, like, I'll go prone and I'll try and move. Then I go down, and I'm, like, very confused at this point. And then I die. There I go. And that's all because one of our random teammates thought it'd be a great idea to open that hatch up. So Lion's obviously below sight. Little did he know. I don't know if he got two of us here, or if he only got me and not Thorn. He gets me because my tootsies are there. I obviously crouch in panic. I obviously prone, then I go down. And then I just die. Because obviously where the fuck was I supposed to go? Very annoying. Because I don't know why that hatch was opened. I think it's really stupid. It just shouldn't have been open. Essentially, that hatch should never have been opened. But it was for some reason. I don't know. So that killed me. If we then kind of back off Lion and then just kind of look what else happens, the rest of the round is just going to be self-explanatory. If we look at we'll look at Thorn holding B. Capcan then is in the corridor near Diffuser, so they actually don't have Diffuser at the moment. Now Orsa's up on the window, Lion's pinging that and moving up the stairs. Capcan, I think, dies to Ace. I know for a fact that Thorn was the last alive in this first round. Okay, Lion's dead at this point, so Thorn's finally got the person that's killed 3 of the team. Capcan then dies. Now, where does Capcan die from? I'm just curious to see this. Oh, well, that's his own fault. So you can see he's peeking it, but obviously Capcan's not looking over there, obviously because he doesn't know he's there. How does Ace know he's there, though? Or does Ace just, like, predict that? I'm going to go back a little bit and see what Ace is doing. So is there any reason at all that he suspects Capcan to be there? Because Capcan's making no noise at all. I cannot hear Capcan footsteps. Checks the breach again, which is fair enough. Makes sense. That would be really good for a Carly sightline, I think. Sprints. Ah. That may be what's done him in. Yeah, there it is. So Capcan's so busy focusing on the roof because he's heard Ace sprinting around up there and we know Ace is up there. He hasn't noticed he's being droned out, so then Ace just fucking pre-fires the fuck out of him. Yeah, there was nothing he was going to do. Nice drone placement. Definitely not something I thought of trying to do. How does he get that drone there then? Does he just, I just want to see how he gets that there. Like how does he get that on in prep phase? We'll put her back to normal speed. Okay, so while we are setting sight up. Damn, okay. And I think at that point, is Alex actually... Someone's roaming nearby. Holy shit. So he already had then intel at the start of the round that Capcan was going to be roaming over here. Because he's got the drone on the other side. Yes, he can't see it's Capcan, but he can hear the footsteps. So he knows someone's over here. Damn. That's annoying. Fair enough. So I'm gonna... So he gets droned out then. Who's on the other drone though? Oh. That makes sense. So Thermite's on his other drone. Which arguably would have done Ace favours as well, because Capcan's going to be so focused on this drone, like the one he's seen, he's going to have, literally, where Capcan is right now, if he just turned around and looked outside, he'd see the drone. But because he's so focused on Thermite's drone, because that's the one he can visibly see running around on the floor like a rat, he has no reason to worry about this Ace drone. Like, he has no reason to think there's another drone watching him, because I'm pretty sure he kills the drone. Does he get it? Or does he not get it? Or do I get it? Maybe I get it with a Mozzie. Okay, no, it gets absolutely murked. Okay, never mind. Whose drone do I get capped? If anyone's. So, Lion hasn't even bothered droning. Zero has droned. And also has droned as well. Interesting. So literally then the reason that Capcan dies then is literally because Ace has a drone sitting there and just... Yeah, completely murks him. That's kind of rough. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of rough. Bear with, I'm just responding to a friend. Just messaging Alex and just letting her know that I'm streaming. She may be watching already, I don't know. Anyway, back to the stream manager. We go. That's fine. That's still working as normal. Good. So far, I know we're only looking at the first round, which is mad because the stream's already 31 minutes. Granted, I spoke for like 10 minutes at the start, but still. So far, what I've learned then, like some things I have learned, is obviously I knew this bit already, but obviously drone phase for attack. Obviously, I know I'm on defense at the moment, but obviously drone phase for attack can obviously be the difference between obviously not well, yeah, winning a round, getting a kill, not getting a kill, getting flanked. Like that drone from Ace being planted there at the beginning of the like literally in prep phase is a really good drone because that nets him a kill. And because because he knows, I'm pretty sure he goes straight for the roof. Like I'll watch and see, but I'm pretty sure he goes straight for the roof. Like he literally beelines for the roof straight away because he knows I'm gonna breach that wall. Checks main entrance for potentially someone spawn peeking, same as that doorway because I've died to that doorway and the window above before. Gets up. Thermite's nearly dead at the stage. Soft breaches that, which I didn't know that he did. Interesting. So no one's in bathroom because obviously site's on the other side. And none of us are over there at the moment either, so none of us are there. Interesting. I wonder what the reason for that is then. Breaches? Breaches. But then doesn't do anything with it. So I think what he's done there is just breached it for later, for a push in case it's needed. If I'm understanding that right. Like he's done it out of the way. It's done. He's not peeking it. He's not droning it because he's not intending to go that way. But it's open now to save 10 seconds now rather than 10 seconds later when there's only 30 seconds left on the clock, if that happens. So now at this stage, at least if I'm understanding Ace's like kind of thought process here, he has pushed immediately for the roof. I'm presuming he's kind of maybe flicked through other people's drones as well, or just kind of wants to, like he knows about the soft wall anyway, or the wall there in general. Checks there because he knows Kapkan was there last. Doesn't see him. Doesn't see him still. Checks the other side as well just in case for a peek. Double checks both sides, decides, yep, it's clear enough. Fuck it, I'm gonna throw an ace in. So get ready, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2. They then obviously drop down perfectly and then breach that wall for him. Obviously, that wall should have been reinforced, but it wasn't. And part of it is, as you can see on the left, part of it is, part of it isn't. Don't ask me why, I don't know. I didn't set up that part of site. Maybe I should have. And obviously, one of us is getting red pinged there as well, which is obviously not ideal either, because obviously now Ace knows to the right there's someone there. So at this point now, Lion's got his 2 kills, Alex has just died. Ace is obviously watching the breach really nicely. Obviously now, yeah. Checks over there. Now at this point, bizarrely, Kapkan's to his left. I don't actually know if Kapkan... No, Kapkan doesn't peek it. I feel like if Kapkan had peeked it at that stage, Ace might have died. Because, and the reason I say this, the rim on his ACOG is so thick that Kapkan's player model would have been hidden behind it. So you wouldn't have seen him. See what I mean? It's so big that it hides up by the screen. So he checks over there because he knows Kapkan was over there. Checks over in the breach he's made again. At this point, I've just gone down and died to Lion. There we are, I'm dead. So now it's down to a 2v4. Thorn and Kapkan. Kapkan, we know, is about to have his head blown out the back of his brain. Or his brain blown out the back of his head. Ace checks it again, because he knows Kapkan was over there. So, he has to. Checks the breach again. And obviously, I feel like from Ace's perspective, he has a lot less to worry about, because it's a 2v4. The odds are stacked very nicely in their favour. There's a minute 37 on the clock as well. So he doesn't have to rush. There's no reason for him to rush in and be like, oh my god, we have 30 seconds. He got a minute. It's down to a 2v4 and there's still a minute 40 on the clock. So there's still loads of time left yet. So there's no reason for him to rush this at all. No reason. Drones it because he's, I presume he's heard him or he's just checking. And obviously then the inevitable happens where obviously Capcan is obviously not looking where Ace is. He's looking at the further corner. Ace has drawn him out. Capcan does look up, but it's too late. He's dead. So at this point now, Thorn's on reload because Thorn's just killed someone else. So now Lion and Thermite are down. Annoyingly, obviously it is still a 1v3, and obviously this 1v3 was a loss. So if we then look at it from everyone's perspective, so Ace then drops down, lands on this because he knows it's there, pushes in. So he's pushing from A-bomb side, Thorn is in A-bomb. If we then look at where Zero is, Zero's hurt, but not dead. So he's just been in a scuff with Thorn. And also then is looking from the window. So currently, one opponent in B-bomb, one opponent watching B-bomb from the outside on a rappel, one opponent then pushing A-bomb to flank Thorn from behind. Has the common sense to at least drone. However, Alex is on cameras. So if we go back very quickly, watch this now for a second. He drones it. He goes on the drone. Top left corner. So top left corner, on cams. Alex is watching Aquarium. So she is at least watching Thorn's flank to watch for... Obviously she's seen the drone, so she knows the drone's coming. And then as well, then Capcan's on a bulletproof cam as well as I am as well. So Ace has now drawn Thorn out. Thorn's obviously seen the drone. Ace moves around, goes back on rappel, interestingly enough. Rappels onto the roof. Thorn's now in a scrap with, I believe, yeah. So she's just run past the doorway. Also still watching the flank, but watching the doorway as well. That's disgusting. I think this might be how Thorn dies. So Ace now is obviously using the breach he used right at the beginning of the round to his advantage now in the last minute of the round. He now knows she's left side. Because she's walked left side, for her to go right side again, she has to walk into visible line of sight. She has to. There's no way she gets around that breach unless she goes tight to the wall. But if Thorn goes tight to the wall, which she can do, but then she's visible from B-bomb. And we know for a fact that both Zero and Ulcer are watching both the rotate and the doorway. So if we look at them, he's hiding, she's watching the doorway. So it's not an option, really. So if we then look back to Ace, and visible in sight again, gets a hit off on her, half health. She then heals with a Thunderbird. So that boosts her back up to 3/4 health. And then she dies. So if we go back the last 5 seconds, Zero got her. I just want to see how, that's all. Back 5 seconds. So Zero's watching it. He's heard the gunshots. Obviously, Thorn then is half health, back to 3/4 health with that. And then Thorn does scrape him again, which is good. And, maybe Zero should have died, but I guess the damage... Obviously, the damage from her SMG from that range is going to be less. Zero's obviously got an SE, whatever it is. And, yeah, within one shot, she's backed into half. Misses both left and right shots. And then tags her again. And then dead. So, bizarrely, that's a headshot. I think by pure coincidence and luck, because the aim was atrocious. But, I mean, we've all done it. We've all panicked. We've all been like, oh my god. And also, I guess, for Zero, at this stage, he had... Where is he? He had no kills. He had nothing. But obviously now he's got 1. So it looks better than 0. So obviously, yeah. End of round. So overall, defense was pretty poor. So, like, for example, the hatch that I died from should not have been open. It shouldn't have been open. Also, that hard wall, not that wall that Ace breached. Yes, he would have still breached it. But that wall should have been fully reinforced when it wasn't. And also Thunderbird deciding to go and roam as well. I don't really understand that when Vigil was already roaming. In terms of what I did, I should have probably not red pinged the line early on. I probably should have just grabbed that drone immediately, set it up somewhere useful earlier than I did, because I spent majority of that round on drones and then died then when I was prone in a corner. So I didn't really do anything proactive. I kind of helped set up sight, but obviously we were setting up sight in the attack phase, so it should have been done quicker when it wasn't. And obviously I just wasn't proactive enough on my drones. Out of curiosity, like obviously I know Mozzie's probably not a great pick for this, but I do just want to see where I kind of set my drones up, my Mozzies up, if that makes sense. Because I obviously went to grab a drink before this round started, so I panic picked Mozzie. So obviously I'm kind of half opening my can of Pepsi. So one there, which is really obvious, that's a really shit spot. That doorway as well, that's not as bad. Putting them on the sides of doorways I think works a little bit better because they're slightly less noticeable, but again, not ideal. And they find the bombs in a second anyway because I don't cover the other side. Instead I cover this drone hole for some reason. Cover that drone hole and then I cover this doorway. So they found the bomb already and I've not got a single drone. So I was like, what's going on there? I then don't reinforce that long wall when I probably should have. And instead I run back to B-bomb to start reinforcing this wall. Obviously because I've noticed that this is not reinforced either. I can hear the drone to my left. I then decide it's more important to go looking for a drone rather than it is to set up sight with the 18 seconds we have left. In an ideal world, probably should have set sight up first. Probably then could have grabbed one of my pests and then just put it on the side here. And I could have just had this drone either stuck or I could have just got it with a pest as well. And I don't even think I get it. I think it takes me way too many. And then I get spotted by Scanby here as well, so then that's why you see me pause, because I'm trying to figure out where this other drone is. Thunderbird then gets the drone, but obviously now there's only 2 seconds left instead of 18. This wall still isn't set up, and the other long wall then in the other part of site isn't even fully done. And it never gets done. So overall, my prep phase is really sloppy in this round, like really sloppy. You know, I focus more on like shooting drones than I did on setting up sight, which is really stupid. I should have set up sight first. And my pests aren't in really good positions either. You know, 3 of them are covering this one hallway, which is really stupid. And they still get sight anyway. And then, yeah. So reinforce the wall. So this might have already got a drone, so I capture the drone on that bit there. And then I basically do nothing helpful with it. Because I see this shootout, I then think this is more important. For some reason. And then I ping it, and then I go and look at Capcan for some reason. I think the reason I looked at him was to kind of let him know, like, oh, by the way, like, yes, person over there. I then look again, lose the signal, go back in, hear the rappel. The reason I go back in, and you can see over there as well, they're actually in rappel right now. That's why I went back in, because I heard the rappel, so I was going to try and look at it to see if it was nearby. Capcan, I think, deals with that anyway. And obviously then, Ace has already breached this wall, so obviously then I'm panicking. And then obviously the rest is history. So that's round 1. I guess now we'll go to kind of round 2. Well, I'll try, because this UI is a bit disgusting. So on to round 2. So we lost that round. Obviously this game was a loss anyway. So operators this time. I am now playing as Vigil. Alex is now playing as Doc. And Balding Welshman has now swapped from Thorn to Castle. And instead then we've got Bandit. And we've still got Thunderbird again. So overall, in my opinion, it's a stronger lineup because Castle's good for the windows, Bandit's good for the walls, Doc is good for stims, and I'm roaming. Thunderbird, I feel like is a weak choice. You don't need a Thunderbird alongside a Doc. I personally don't think anyway. I don't think it's necessary. Attacker wise, slightly different lineup. So also same. Zero same, Ace is the same, but now we've got a Buck and a Blackbeard instead of a Lion and a Thermite. So they've only got 1 hard breacher this time, but they've still got Zero, they still have Orsa, they've now got a soft breacher, and they've got a Shield as well, who's currently going 3-0. So, or 3-1, sorry. 3-1? Yeah, 3-1. I can't read. So, I'm now obviously playing as a roamer instead. So I just want to see kind of what I was doing this round. So if I'm right, the first thing I did was leg it from sight. The immediate first thing I did was run away from sight. Main reason I did that, didn't want any drones to see me. Activate the vigil thing to stop any drones kind of seeing exactly where I am. Run to main lobby, see the drone. Decide not to shoot the drone because the drone doesn't see me. If I shoot the drone and I miss the drone, well, even if I don't miss the drone and I hit it, A, the drone knows someone's down there, and B, if I miss and the drone sees me, then they know I'm down there. So I decide not to do anything with the drone. I decide to go wait in the toilets, wait for the round to start, swap to my primary, and then I wait. Now, I'm not very good at roaming. Hand on heart, I'm not a great roamer. The reason I'm playing Vigil at this stage is to try and get better at roaming. If I remember this round, sight goes down within 60 seconds of the round starting, like actually goes down and they get a plant in. And I don't even have time to roam because I just have to get back to bomb site. Essentially, I don't think anyone pushed this way at all. I think I took a gamble and no one came this way.
Seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers are moving to defuse.
Yeah, so now we're in action phase. 3-minute timer started. I'm looking this way to listen for drones, in case someone drones this way. So it turns out someone did spawn on my side. In fact, 4 people spawned on my side. Holy shit. So Buck had spawned on my side. Oh, they did have to swap the Lion in the end. Lion spawned on my side, Orsa spawned on my side, and also Ace spawned on my side as well. So 4 of them spawned on my side. The only person that didn't spawn here was Zero, who spawned at Ruins. So they actually spawned on the side I was at. So I'm currently sat here. Do I hear the footsteps from here? No, I don't, actually. Okay. So then, I'm checking this way. That's about to get breached. I saw the drone, got rid of the drone. Didn't get rid of the second one for some bizarre reason. I then hear things getting breached. So I thought it was the door in front of me and then to my right. I didn't realise it was main entrance. At this stage, annoyingly, diffuser's in. So I could have stopped this. I literally completely failed my job as a roamer here. Completely. I had thought that this doorway here was what was being breached. In actuality, main entrance was breached, and diffuser, so Ace, had just waltzed into the building, and I had done absolutely nothing to stop him. At all. So, absolutely horrendous job on my behalf. The fact that I didn't the common sense in my brain should have clicked, because why else would there be a drone on main entrance if no one's pushing that way? Like, why would they drone if they're not going to come that way? And I hear something being breached. Like, all I would have had to have done would have been to have flicked back and double-checked quickly. And if it's not breached, I know it's not that one. I move away. But instead, I didn't look back to check. I just fully committed to coming this way and looking at this door instead. I should have gone back. If I had gone back and re-peeked the toilet doorway into main lobby... So if we go back 5 seconds... 5 seconds again, okay? So I'm watching it, I get rid of the first drone. It gets broken. I'm still in the toilets at this stage, moving into storage there, into the kitchen storage, right? It gets hit, and I do not even react. I don't turn around. I don't even think it's that one, because for some reason my ears think it's this one. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the sound design in the game, or if it's just me and I'm an idiot. Probably that. But I don't even realise that this is being breached. I have literally no idea that that's been breached right now. He hits it again, and he breaks it. Now, at this point, I've turned round, but I'm in the corner. So I don't know what I'm thinking here. I don't even remember what I was thinking here. And then, he waltzed in. If I, 5 seconds ago, had turned around and gone back to this doorway, I would have an easy line on diffuser. I could have killed him. Would have been the easiest kill of my life, because he's not even looking at me. He doesn't even know I'm here. He's fully committed to getting up here and getting into sight. I could have got a kill, and I could have down to Diffuser. If I had done that, Diffuser would have been in lobby, and then what would have happened is Lion's over here, Buck's over here, Zero's in ruins, and everyone else is on the other side of the building. So Diffuser right now is prime pickings because he's by himself. Ace is completely alone. I would have had a free down on Diffuser, and then I could have guarded Diffuser for the next minute to 2 minutes. And I could have even denied the entire game being a win, because I'm roaming, I'm nowhere near site, no one knows where I am, no one knows I'm here, and I would have had Diffuser. All I would have had to have done then would have been to sat in the toilets, waited for someone to pick it up, hear them run in, drop them, repeat. But I didn't. I didn't even realise he was in. He's moving in, and I'm not even moving. I'm just sat here waiting to see if someone pushes me there. Meanwhile, Ace is moving into site as we speak. Which is horrific. Look at me. Look at me. Look at this. Lion dies, and I'm slow peeking this, still thinking someone's there. And now I go back. Then I see this is open, and what's the first thing I do? Shoot the drone. Guaranteed. So I slow peek it, slow peek it, slow peek it, slow peek it, hide back in the cubicle. Now at this point, there's 2 kills. Orsa dies, and Ace has gone down as well. Now Ace going down is huge, because Diffuser now has been denied. So Bandit has managed to do what I didn't, and actually use his eardrums. He's hiding there. Ace breaches, breaches, breaches. Now Ace thinks he's got a freebie, because obviously at this point no one stopped him. No one up here has stopped him. No one downstairs has stopped him, even though I should have. He walks in. Bandit completely lets loose with his MP7. Diffuser goes down. At the exact same time, Thunderbird then gets Orsa as well. So now, this round, the odds are more favourable. It's a 5v2. So you'd think it would have been a win. So now at this point, I'm like, oh no, things are happening and I'm not doing anything. Better kill that drone. Kill the drone. Reverse back into the cubicle again. Now at this point, what I should have done, and again, this is why I'm doing this, what I should have done is I should have started making my way back to site. Because now at this point, it's a 5v2. I know that Bandit's got Diffuser, because it's pinged, it's over there. I should have gone to support Bandit, or I should have started roaming a different way back to site, so maybe up these stairs, and I should have gone back to bomb site to kind of support the team. Instead, I reversed back into the cubicle again. I don't know why I did this. I really don't understand what's going through my head at this point. It's a terrible play. Absolutely terrible fucking roaming for me. Buck's moving up on the side of the building. So I'm now moving again. Buck's now down here again. I think he pushes this, maybe? I think I die as well. So he doesn't push it. I'm watching it, watching it, watching it, watching it. So obviously I think he's breached it. Obviously Buck then is on top of the building again. Thunderbird's with me, and I'm confused as to why. Thunderbird for some reason then goes outside to kind of... I don't actually know what she did. So there I am, roaming. So at this point now I am moving back to site, but it is kind of stupid. And then I decide to check over here. So now I'm checking Sunrise Bar. I'm in Sunrise behind the counter. Obviously I have absolutely zero idea that Zero is there. I literally don't have a clue. Now I'm wondering, I'm going to try and look at his HUD down the bottom and see if he goes on an Argus to see if he knew I was there. Okay, no, so he pushes in. Okay. So what am I doing now, then? So I can obviously hear movement above me. Zero is moving quite slowly, so it's just about audible. I then decide, then, that for some reason it's a good idea to check this window. I didn't even look at the right side. If someone had been there, I was going to be dead. I only focused on the left side. At no point moving through that doorway did I decide it would be a good idea to check the left side when I should have. I check it, I have a look, I check the window. So I'm basically now doing what Thunderbird's done. The castle is still up, so there's no one there. I make a shit ton of noise by standing on debris. I then sit there, and while I'm sitting there, obviously I'm sat there, but obviously while I'm doing that, Zero's obviously literally in B, which is really bad, because now he's in sight and I've not denied him when I probably could have, and Buck's playing from the roof. So they still don't have Diffuser at this stage. So I'm moving back, running through Sunrise, making a shit ton of noise, pushing up the stairs, pushing up the stairs, pushing up the stairs, pushing up the stairs. Zero's now gone down. It's now a 5v1. Last is Buck. So I slow peek sight. Doc now dies, so Buck gets a kill.
15 seconds to go.
Push up the stairs. So I'm out upstairs now. Buck's just breached the soft wall. He's breached it. He's got a kill. So Doc's down. But Doc's dead. And then the round is a win. The reason the round is the win is because I believe Castle peeks it. Yeah, so Buck breaches the soft wall. Castle tries to peek it. Buck has the stronger weapon because the UMP5 is an SMG, whereas Buck's C8 SFW is an assault rifle, so it outpowers. I'm obviously right on the other side of this wall, like right on the other side. So I know he's in there. So obviously I'm not going to push it. There's 8.6 seconds left on the clock. He doesn't have diffuser. Diffuser's on the other side of the map, so there's physically no way he gets a plant. And also Bandit's guarding it still anyway. So I just play time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. At the last couple of seconds I decide to push it anyway, just in case he's pushing out to get a free kill. I start opening fire into the soft wall. Obviously none of my bullets hit him. So the second round is a win, which is good. I mean, this game was still a loss, but the second round was a win. Now, the reason I think that is because the lineup we had was stronger. Doc is a good pick from Alex. Castle was a good pick from Balding Welshman. Bandit played really well from the hallway by denying diffuser and keeping that safe. I played the worst on. I feel I played the worst on the team this round. I was a roamer. I completely failed at my job. I cleared nothing. I stopped nothing. I denied nothing. And on top of that, I could have denied diffuser about 30 seconds before Bandit did. Granted, Bandit's probably got it in a better spot here than I would have down in the lobby, but I still could have done my job, which I didn't do. So arguably, even though it's a win, it's not a good one for me. It's a bad win for me. Now we go to round 3. So they're still on attack. They got one more round. The lineup this time is, I believe, different again. Yeah. So lineup has changed again. So now on the attacking team, we still have Orsa, we still have Zero, and we still have Ace. However, we now also have someone looking at Knock and someone looking at Ram. So at this stage as well, Sight has changed. We won a round. We're now on Kitchen. So now Sight's changed completely. Still have Thunderbird again, which I still think is a weak pick, especially because Alex has gone Doc again, so there's no need for 2 healers. Balding Welshman's gone Castle again, which does work on Kitchen, I think. Frost is an interesting pick. Trap Operators are kind of not always a bad choice, but I feel like on Kitchen, maybe not, because there's not a lot of vaults. There's the main window, that's about it. You can still obviously get traps with Frost, I'm not saying you can't, but I feel like when they're on rappels and they're jumping in, it's more likely than them going around a door, but hey-ho. Now, I picked Rook in this round, and the main reason for that, and this is genuine, the main reason I picked Rook is obviously you can see that I'm bottom with 230 points. Obviously, Balding Welshman 2-2. This random is 2-1, Alex is 1-2, and then Thunderbird is 1-1. I'm 0-1, so I'm going negative. And I'm kind of dragging the team down. So, rather than taking a roamer again and playing really piss-poorly, I opted to play a support operator and take Rook armor. Now, that may have been a mistake, because obviously with Kitchen, there's obviously the long wall there, which could have been electrified, which may have bought time. Or there's, obviously there's this wall, so maybe Mira would have worked maybe as well, potentially. Either way, Rook may have been a bad choice. Like, Rook armor is helpful, and it is handy. Obviously, you can take a little bit more damage, and you get a self res if you die. So obviously there's that. You get self res, and obviously you get to take a little bit more damage. However, I feel like I should have gone Bandit and electrified this back wall instead, which I didn't do. So this entire back wall, even though I'm pretty sure we would have reinforced it. It's obviously a thing. Obviously, I put Rook armor down straight away. First thing I do. I then immediately reinforce the back wall. So at this prep phase, I'm actually doing my job. Do my ability out of the way straight away. Armor's gone straight down. Immediately start reinforcing the long soft wall in Kitchen. Immediately. So this prep phase is already going better because Alex is covering the wall here. I'm fully reinforcing the wall here. Well, obviously Castle's doing his job and casting things over there as well. So that's Castle. I think he was for this window next. So I've reinforced the wall. My Rook armor is done. So all the important things I need to do as an operator are done. I open the rotors up a little bit more with an impact. This wall's done, so I know that's done. Don't need to worry about that. And then I come over here.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
So then Castle then does his job. Castle's that as well. So that's Castle, that's Castle. Now the downside is that the window isn't castled. I think he gets it done. I think. So now already at this stage, Fuse is nearly dead. Now Fuse is running a shield on this round, I think. Yeah, he is. Ew. And also the lineup is different again. So they opted, instead of Knock, they've gone Fuse, and instead of whoever else it was, they've got Carly instead. So Frost is currently trying to deal with Fuse. The three of us, so me, Castle, and Doc, are still in objective, so that's good. 3 defenders in objective. Thunderbird is roaming in Sunrise by the pool entrance. So she's over here. So she's semi-near sight. She's watching this entryway. Zero's pushing this way again. However, I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in what I'm doing. So I'm in bathroom. Just checking. Yeah, Castle's still up. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I think I heard the movement of Carly. So I flick back to check quickly. Nothing to worry about. I prone just to see if I can see anyone because I could hear Fuse, and also sometimes people put claymores here. Fuse repels. Obviously, I hear that, and I'm like, interesting. Okay. So I watch it. 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 I think I get a little bit bored at one point and run away and then come back, maybe. I don't remember. Now, at this point, the castle has gone down. Carly's watching now from the entrance straight into B-bomb, straight through into A-bomb as well. I'm still watching the drone hole at the moment. Oh, the door hasn't gone down. My bad. My mistake. Oh, that would have been Fuse above, I think. Yeah, that's my bad. It does go down, though. Yeah, there we are. Now, what I find interesting there, because I play Carly quite a bit, is I don't know why she didn't just use a level. I don't know why she didn't just use a lance instead of just meleeing it a bunch. She could have had it done way quicker, but it doesn't really matter. Me and Alex look at each other, because we're like, hey, we're in the kitchen together, in the bathroom together. Very cute, very cute. Zero's now flanked around to this side of the map instead of Thunderbird's side. Alex breaks down the castle, and she dips. She leaves. She starts pushing over here. I now push back to Castle because he's open fire, and obviously I know there's someone on that breach. That shot then gives it away to me that it's Carly on the breach, so I need to watch my fucking head, because it's going to hurt. So now we've got 2 people watching this, so obviously I don't know that Zero is there, but I definitely know Carly's on this somewhere. Castle's behind the bomb, I'm peeking right side. I believe at this point I kill Carly. I get Carly. So Carly doesn't know that I'm there. She only knows that Castle is there, so she's focusing on this side, B-bomb, because she knows Castle's there. She has no reason to suspect that I'm here at all. So I get Carly. That's one of them down really good. Fuse, bearing in mind, is nearly dead as well, and also is at half health. I go back in. At that stage, Fuse dies. So Fuse dies, and also dies as well. Now it's down to Ram and Zero. I go for the reload. I re-peek the window just in case. I'm pretty sure I caught a glimpse of Zero. I slow peek, slow peek, slow peek. Zero dies as well. So I get Zero as well. Now I'm on a double kill. So in this round, I'm playing a little bit better than I was previously. So I go for the reload. At this stage, I don't actually know where Ram is. Diffuser is down outside the window, which is good. Although the castle is up preventing it. Although Thunderbird's kind of watching it, which is good. Just out of curiosity, where is Ram at this stage? So she's playing from above objective, but she's still outside the building. Interesting. Okay. So now, obviously, I'm just going to hold this window. I just hold this doorway completely. I just sit here and wait. Because obviously I'm expecting the last person to make a push this way as well. This entire rest of the round, nothing really interesting happens. I'm pretty sure all that happens now is Ram just basically doesn't know what to do, and I'm pretty sure she eventually opts to push main entrance, but no one actually gets a kill on her because she has a little spout with Alex. I think they have a little kind of skirmish. Neither of them kill each other, and then timer just runs out then. So this entire next minute, nothing happens. Now Thunderbird, for some bizarre reason, is playing outside, and I'm pretty sure Ram kills her. So Thunderbird dies, understandably, because obviously Ram's got obviously opponent detected outdoors on her and can literally see exactly where she is. However, she does manage to get Ram down to a quarter health, which is obviously handy for any of us that get engaged with her. It doesn't happen because she pushes main entrance and nothing interesting happens for the rest of this round. She's on drone. She's on drone. Drones me out. So she knows I'm there. I've heard it. I just don't know where it is. Drone's gone. She knows that at least me and Castle are there now. So she knows what to expect. So she's not going to push that way. She then pushes main entrance. Well, she peeks through the cloud thing first, which is why I'm gutted I didn't re-peek it. 15 seconds. Now, 15 seconds. Frost is watching main lobby. Ram is pushing main lobby. Bougie, as I like to call it. Bougie goes in. Frost obviously definitely fucking knows she's there. Pretty sure Frost dies, actually. I might be wrong. No, never mind. Frost doesn't die. I think me and Frost just kind of lock it down. Yeah, so she gives up. There's nothing she can do here. Even if she had killed Frost and managed to get through the doorway, I'm still there, and then Castle's watching from toilets. So there's nothing she can do. This round's a win for us as well.
Operators, you are out of time.
There we are. So round 3 is another win for us. So this is good. Because now we're up to, obviously, 2-1. So we're 2-1 now. Now, obviously, at this point, it swaps. Now we go for, obviously, we are now on attack, they're on defense. It's match point, though. I think. Wait, what?
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So our match point is round 4, not round 3. Am I stupid? I don't know. It doesn't matter. This game is a loss. Anyway, obviously, score-wise now, I've kind of pulled my thumb out of my arse. I'm now doing 2-1 instead of 0 because of those 2 kills in the last round, and I played support, so I got punched from the Rook Armor. So that last round there, round 3, arguably was my best played round so far this game because I played the support up, I did what I needed to, I got 2 kills, Carly and 0, and I, overall helped the whole site. Arguably, I could have played Bandit and electrified the wall, but the wall never came into equation because no one ever pushed it, so it was fine. But you could maybe argue I should have played electricity instead of Rook Armor. But hey-ho, played a little bit better that round. Anyway, we're now on attack. So, obviously now at this stage, we're obviously on round 4. They've got Vigil with a Boss G, Castle, Mute, Goyo, and Doc. So, pretty decent setup for Billiards and Hooker. Vigil roaming, Castle for windows, Mute for drones / breaches, Goyo for kind of delaying people, because obviously the fire is really annoying, and then Doc then as a healer, and obviously because the MP5 is really good. Attack then, we've got Alex, who likes to take Hibana a lot, Carly then, so Balding Welshman, my friend, likes to play Carly. Randoms then have taken Brava for hacking, Knock then for stealth, and I've then gone the new operator, which is Rora, because I believe I liked the idea of trying to lock down site, but I'm not sure if I swapped at the last second. Either way, so I'm looking for sites. Obviously, I know where site's going to be, because most people take the same kind of rotations of site. Now, what I need to stop doing, this is a really minor thing that doesn't it's not the end of the world, but what I need to stop doing is, obviously you'll see there, obviously I know where site's going to be, obviously over there, and yet for some reason my brain always goes right here instead of straight through, so I take the long way round, and I don't know why I do this every time. Obviously then see that, see that, see that, see that, see that, see that. Obviously, yep, see that, there's a Mute Jammer. Obviously then ping the bomb, see what Goyo's doing. I make sure to ping Vigil, because I want people to know there's a roamer. And then I think my drone dies. Yeah, drone's gone. So, drone's gone. I then am watching just other people's drones in general, just to try and get intel, because there's 10 seconds left to prep. Yeah, drones are dead. Yeah, they're just gone.
5 seconds left.
5 seconds left, and bingo.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
So I swapped to Fuse. The reason for that is I wanted to... in the next round I played Rora. I took the diffuser off Alex because she didn't want to have the diffuser. That's the reason she drops it there. She gets the cam, which I always forget to get because it's in a really annoying spot, but then I always forget it exists. That's better. Sorry about that, guys. My mum just popped in to say hi quickly. That's all. Remind me that I forgot my brother's working from home. So he's working from home today. So I've been a little bit loud. He's done in 25 minutes. Anyway, it's not the end of the world. Anyway, what was I doing? Ah, yeah. So I took diffuser from Alex because she didn't want diffuser. She got the cam, so kind of standard things. I need to remember this camera's here because I always forget that it's there, which is really annoying. I always forget that's there because it's in kind of tucked away. So I push with her. At this point I ask her, is there a castle up there or anything like that? Because my idea is obviously to fuse it. That doesn't happen. So I think I just drop back down. I decide, yep, not going that way. She's pushing that way by herself. I push round to where Orsa is. I push all the way around, push up. Now at this point I wanted to fuse this, but I wanted to drone it first to make sure I wasn't a risk, and also the window to my right is open. So I am aware of that. I didn't look at it, but I am aware that that was open. So I sit here, I go for a drone, because I want to make sure I'm not about to put a fuse on there and then immediately have my Tootsie shot out. So I drone sight, drone sight, drone sight, drone sight, drone sight, drone sight. Now at this point, I'm obviously in game chat letting my teammates know hookah is clear. So the lounge is clear. We can actually go into B-bomb. There's no one guarding B-bomb. You can go for a plant. I've got diffuser. I check the rotate because someone is peeking from the showers. So someone's watching from that soft wall you saw over there. See? So they're in the pool room, but the actual B-bomb site is actually clear. We can actually go for a push and just get in there and plant diffuser. So obviously wait for the fire. I'm letting them know this. I've got diffuser, rechecking my drone to make sure no one's pushed in since. Ping that to let people know someone's watching it. Reconfirm that site is in fact clear. At that point then someone else on the enemy team dies as well, so now it's down to a 4v3. Let them know. So Orsa goes in with her shield. Obviously just to make sure no one can get me. I then go for a plant. Plant goes down. Orsa chucks down her Talon shield. Just so we've got something. And this entire round then just kind of carries on. So this round is a win. Because diffuser's been planted and they don't get it off. I'm not sure if that's the default planting spot for this site, but it does make sense because it's really easy to hold. You've got the window that someone's watching, and you've got this doorway as well. Now, annoyingly, at this stage, my drone's gone. I actually didn't know this person was there till they started shooting either. I actually don't know if what Vigil's hiding behind there. So this, on his left, I don't think that's soft. So I'm 90% sure you can't shoot through that. I might be wrong, but I'm not 100% sure. And obviously then you can see Goyo is pushing into sight then as well. Obviously they've got eyes on diffuser, but obviously someone's watching the window. So I think Nox on the window. Yep, in reverse rappel. Alex is what is in the DJ booth. Orsa is pushing this way for some reason, because, oh yeah, because someone was trying to flank round. So Doc was trying to go for a flank. I'm pretty sure Orsa, does she die here? He definitely hears that. Yeah, no, so I don't know why he pushed that. I wouldn't have pushed it if I was Doc, because you can hear her put away the Talon, and you can hear her put her assault rifle out again, or a PDW, whatever it is. So it's a silly thing to do. Like, I know what he's trying to do, but he wasn't going to win that, especially because he took down the barricade instead of like breaking it and shooting or something. He should have. If I was Doc, I would have pre-fired that, because you know she's there. Anyway, Doc dies. Now it's 2v1. Now it's 4v1. Sorry. Well, 4v2. Now it's 4v1 because Vigil's just died. So the only person left is Goyo. Nock then dies on the reverse repel. So Goyo is in there. 2v1. And then he doesn't get there in time. He nearly gets there, and he may have been able to go for the defuse, but if he had, all I would have had to have done would have been to have pushed him, and he would have had to have come off it or died. So either way, they were going to lose that round. So round 4 is a win, which is good, because you'd think this would then mean victory, right? Unfortunately, it didn't. Wait, where's the rest of the game? That's a bit annoying. Where's like the rest of the game? Because that wasn't match point. Oh. Am I dumb? I might be dumb. Where's like the literal rest of the game? There's round 4. Yeah, there we are, I was going to say. So there's still... yeah. So now it's match point. Which is good, you'd think. And I personally think that the strategy we had on this round was quite good as well, so...
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
I've taken Rora this time, because my idea here was to go for the same plant again. So they're in the same site. My idea was to do the exact same strategy we just did with the diffuser plant, but I was going to lock off the doorway in front of site where I'm pushing my drone now. I was going to lock off that doorway, and then essentially plant for B. This did not end up working very well at all, so if we speed this up a little bit, kind of go at double time.
10 seconds left. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
So spawn over here, Nock does her own thing. Kind of, anyway. So I immediately pushed for where I was last round. Like, immediately. Not knowing Vigil's underneath me, by the way, I have no idea. Drone. Get the drone in. Now, this is a problem, because what happened last round, Doc is now holding B-bomb. Now, you'll notice, or you won't notice because it's a replay, but essentially, if you look at the enemy team, the enemy team's operators, Vigil, Castle, Mute, Valkyrie, and Doc. Now, what's frustrating about that is none of us knew that there was a Valk. Valk was the operator that was a question mark. We didn't know where she was. We didn't even know it was a Valkyrie. What's really frustrating about this is essentially I'm trying to push into B to get the plant off. Valk is hiding down in blue bar. I don't know where her cams are either, by the way. I have no idea. She's currently watching them. So one's in hallway, one's in hookah. Just curious, can I see where those are? So one's in hookah. One's in the hallway then as well. Okay, fair. So, at this point what's happened is I've asked Carly to breach the soft for me, and then what I've done then is I've put my Aurora gate on there to kind of have our advantage instead of theirs, so we can get in and out. Now, the strategy here nearly worked. So I obviously, I know Doc's in there, it's a problem, I send my other drone in, I see him, I know he's in there, Doc's now dead. So I now know the B-bomb is clear, because Doc's gone down. No one else was in there, no one else is near there. So there's no reason for me not to push it, right? Valk is still downstairs. Alex is in. She's in Aquarium, pushing and reloading. Now she doesn't. I don't think she knows Castle's there, but obviously Ace is on the rappel. So Castle's got problems of his own anyway. Vigil, meanwhile, is actually in sight. So I don't think I saw Vigil, or maybe I did. I don't remember. So there goes that. Now, Alex just got a double kill, so she's got someone as well. So Vigil's dead. She got that from all the way over there, which is insane, by the way. That's a hell of a kill. I actually want to see that. That's insane. How the hell did she see that from there? Reloads. She peeks through the rotate. That is disgusting. Oh my god. Like, in a good way, but holy shit, that's good. I would never have been able to do that because I'm an idiot, and my eyes are terrible. Anyway, I get Carly to do this for me, so I can put that up. Obviously, Vigil's now dead as well, and I can obviously see that he's died there. So get that up so we've got some kind of thing. I then asked Carly, oh, you've got claymores, right? Because I was just going to be like, we'll just claymore the Aurora, and then if they start defusing, we can just open it again. Carly took breaching charges, which I would have rathered claymores, because they're more helpful, especially because Carly's got the CRX, so there's no reason, I feel like, for breaching charges. But that's just me. Anyway. I'm drawing it out again, I'm just double checking. Obviously at that point then knock goes down as well, which is really annoying. Now, this is where the problem happened. Valk is now pushing underneath B-bomb. Right? Now what really triggers me about this, and I hate this, is what happens next. So I'm waiting, I'm thinking, there are 50 seconds on the clock. It's only me and Carly versus Castle and Valk. Obviously, at this stage, we still have no idea where Valk is. I don't know Castle's here either. So we open it. Carly's obviously covering. Go for the smoke, which is a common sense thing. And I'm protected by this. So Castle, even if he pushes all the way to the rotate, I'm safe here. Planting diffuser, look how close, look at diffuser. Look at how close it is to being planted, but look at this bullshit. You all know what happens next. I die. This really, at the time this game was being played yesterday, this really pissed me off big time. I didn't know there was a Valk cam in hookah. I did not know. So, in future, I mean, we didn't know they had a Valk, so there was no way we could have known that. But annoyingly, she knew exactly where I was. There was nothing I could have done. Literally nothing I could have done. I didn't hear this. And then I die. So then I die. And then the round's a loss. Because there's 40 seconds left on the timer. And yeah.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. 15 seconds remaining. 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to go.
So obviously we can see Valk's pushing up.
Attackers activating diffuser.
Diffuser's down, which is very good. But then this happens. She's obviously still cammed it, because annoyingly there's still a Valk cam in the corner that we don't know about. So obviously there's no way Carly could have known that she obviously was being monitored. Where even is Carly? Oh, Carly's gone back outside. Fair enough. Valk then obviously goes back underneath to try and play from below, obviously hoping to get a kill. Doesn't see anyone in there. So she's like, oh, okay. Comes in through rotate. Doesn't actually go for the diffuse. And then Carly just dies immediately. So, yeah, there's way too long left on diffuser. So, frustratingly, if we had known they had a Valkyrie that game, there would have been a far higher chance of us succeeding rather than obviously what did happen, which was that. Which is a shame, because the strategy we had was a good one. So now there are 3 rounds left. So now obviously they've moved sites. They're going to be in... I presumed they were going to go for kitchen first. They didn't. They went for the other second floor site, so theatre penthouse. Lineup at the moment for our team is Rora, Nock, Hibana, Ying, Fuse. Enemy lineup is pretty decent as well. Vigil, so Roma, Castle, good choice. Mute, good choice. Bandit, good choice. And Doc, so pretty decent lineup as well. If we then look at it from this perspective, so if we speed it up a little bit. So obviously I'm droning. I'm pretty sure my drone just dies. No, I think I leave it in. I think I leave it in the bathroom, just to watch in case anyone's watching from here, like they did, like they've done before. So I keep Rora. Push in. Alex obviously gets rid of that. I've got diffuser again. Go on the rappel. Watch that. Get in. Drone it out. Can't drone it out because there's a thing. Grab my drone back, because I'd like that back. Watch the window there as well, just to check that. See if I can find the mute jammer, which I can't. Obviously hear the breach. Check anyone else's drones, move my other drone into a position, and then it gets castled. I gets killed by castle, which is really inconvenient, because now I have no intelligence whatsoever. I've got a drone on me, but I can't get it in, and my other drone then is gone, which is a problem, because at this stage I think Alex was asking me, can you find out where the batteries are? Because she was trying to play from below to get rid of the bandits, so she could then breach a hard wall, and I basically told her, like, yeah, I don't have a drone in sight, and obviously with a minute 59, I don't have time to get a drone back round. So now you can see me kind of thinking, well, now what the hell do I do? Push down, decide to push in this window, reverse repel, breach, drone from here instead. At this point now, Bandit and Vigil are down. You've only got Castle, Mute and Doc left to worry about, so it's a 4v3. Push in. Let Alex know that I am like pushing in behind her, take my drone back. Move, 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 move. So now at this point, the wall's open, and I watch the stairs just in case someone flanked round. Because obviously I don't know where it is. Realise Doc is in sight. Ace dies in a second, I'm pretty sure. I do that, the reason I roar that doorway, is to kind of block off line of sight. So I know that that left flank now, if I need to run down that corridor, Doc can't watch it because I've blocked it off. Ace then dies. Pretty sure anyway. Or do I die? I don't remember. The animations are a little bit buggy in replay, I ain't gonna lie. Jesus. So I watched through the little peeky hole, now it's a double kill, so now the other person on our team, Ace, just died. So Doc's just got his kill. So obviously 33 seconds on the timer, I'm saying to Ying and to Habana, we need to push, because we have 30 seconds, we need to get a plant in, because it's a 3v3. I don't know on the other side, I literally just push in and immediately die, because we got 30 seconds, we have to do something, we took too long. Get rid of the jammers, check the little peeky hole, no one was in there. Then realise, obviously, that the castle then gets a kill on Ying, so I decided not to push that way, I decided to go and push with Hibana instead. Now, this bit kind of annoyed me, because I'm pretty sure I should have had a kill on Doc here, but I'm pretty sure that didn't happen. So obviously I don't open fire because Hibana's in front of me. Now, you could probably argue I shouldn't have been peeking the same way as Hibana, because obviously I can't do anything, because she's in front of me. So she's dealing with it. I shouldn't even be here, because I could accidentally give him a collateral kill, which I kind of do. So Hibana goes down, dies, obviously immediately. Now it's a 1v3. I know he's in there. So I thought, obviously in the heat of the moment, because obviously it's quick-paced gameplay, I thought I'd killed him, because I thought it was a headshot. Realised immediately it wasn't. I know he's there. And then he's obviously on the right flank. I didn't see him, because I think I didn't see him anyway. Obviously, Hibana goes down, hit him once, and then, because the ACOG is so thick on the rim, I didn't see him move. I didn't see him move till he started shooting me. Really speaking, I should have had the common sense to scan back and forth to wait for a movement. I didn't. So by the time I realise where he is, it's too late. So he's literally shooting at me and the ACOG's hiding him. I back away, re-peek it. I finally get the kill on him. It's now a 1v2, but there are 13 seconds left on the clock, so there's nothing I can do. Push in, don't go for reload. I go for the smokes.
10 seconds to go.
You could have argued that I could have roared that wall, but the rotate is still there anyway. I then prone. Not prone, sorry, crouch, go for the plant. It doesn't matter, because I'm in the proxy anyway, and there's a nitro cell, and then dead. So Mute just gets a freebie on me, because realistically there's nothing I can do. I have to go for the plant. There's nothing I can do. So that round wasn't really played that well either, if I'm being honest with you. I was too indecisive. I didn't do anything quickly enough. I didn't think quick enough. I took too long to make decisions. And I think that's kind of what killed this round, and killed this game really, is I'm not fast enough making decisions. Sometimes you just have to drone and go for it. Like you can't afford to always be like, oh, you know, what if I die? What if I die? Like sometimes you just got to go for it, and I didn't, and that cost us the round, because if we had pushed quicker, then we may have got it, but we didn't. So obviously, you know, 2 rounds left. Obviously, we know where this game is going. It's a loss. So we'll move on to round 7 now. Changes again. So see how we go now. Overtime match point. So they've now got Frost, Castle, Mute, Valk again, and Doc, which is really annoying. We've now got I'm going as Thatcher this time instead because of the hard wall that was electrified in the last round. We've still got Nock and Ying, Ursa and Hibana. So we're going on double time because the stream's now an hour and a half long. And I was hoping to get a look at 2 games and get some practice in, but holy shit, I guess not. So play on double time. So drones. I think I pinged a Valk cam there. Yeah, I did, just to let people know there's a Valkyrie this time so we know what's going on. Then immediately get jammed by Mute, which is a shame. So I should have seen that coming, really. I don't know why I went for it. Bit stupid on my behalf.
Located by attackers. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds left. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
So obviously I'm EMP central. Push this way with Alex because obviously she's my hard breacher. In we go. In we go. Put a claimer on there just in case. Then check that window. Then push back with Alex because she's already pushed into the building. She's way ahead of me. So I let her know, by the way, I'm pushing with you so she doesn't think I'm an enemy because that has happened before. Push with her, push with her, push with her. So we push into South Hallway. She goes to her banner. It doesn't work because Mute. I then tell her, oh, hang on, it's fine. Let me just put an EMP down. EMP it. Breaches the castle. Castle's now down, and Ursa's dead, and Nock is dead as well. So now it's a 3v5, which is not ideal. So I get Castle. Now, at this stage, Alex went down and I got her up. She died because I got her up and then her controller, the right trigger was stuck or something. So she basically couldn't do anything. So she died because the controller basically turned off. So that's really frustrating because she was fuming. So that happened. I managed to get the kill but didn't manage to save her. I got the res but then she died straight after anyway. I then die from behind. You can see here if we actually look at my perspective. It's a little bit frustrating. Basically, I get the kill there. I hear Frost behind me and my aim is just atrocious. So my aim was terrible. She got a shot on my head, instant death, nothing I could have done. Rest of the round, pretty self-explanatory. I'm pretty sure we lost this round. So Ying's watching from top, watching from top, watching from top. Obviously we need to get Diffuser. Doc's then team killed, I think, for some reason. I don't know why. Dies from Mute, because Ying pushed in, Frost obviously shot her through the window, and then Mute just one-taps. That's the end of the round. So the idea was there, but obviously the execution for me was quite sloppy, annoyingly. And my aim on Frost was terrible, and obviously, yeah, not great. Not a lot more I could have done, I don't feel like. Maybe we could have pushed a different way, but it is a shame. Then we move into the last round, which is a loss. So we're on defense now. We still lose. We're in overtime. Obviously, match point. Like I said, this game is a loss. So I'm going to put it on double speed as well because this stream is already way longer than anticipated. Put it on double speed, or not. Put it on double speed. There we go. So I've gone Rook. If we look at what I'm doing, already put the armor down, reinforcing the wall that was not reinforced in the first round, if you remember. So I remember the mistake that I made. So I'm obviously now actually reinforcing it. I know Ace can still breach it, but at least now it is reinforced. Meanwhile, I then go to help set up B-bomb, because B-site's not been set up either.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
And then site's then done. So site's all now done and dusted. Nice, all set up, groovy. Armor's gone down already as well. Everybody's had their armor. Perfect. So window gets breached. I move around into B-bomb instead, rather than trying to peek that. And at this point, Legion's already gone down already. So it's already down to a 4v5. Now it's down to a 4v3, which is better, because Ram and Nock have both gone down. I then take half health damage to, I believe it's Ace on the roof. Yeah, so Ace saw me from this rooftop, which is really annoying. So I have to move around. I then double check it just in case and move away. Alex then stims me as Doc, so I'm back to full health. Move around, move around, move around, move around. I didn't even know Fuse was here. This could have been an easy free kill, because he's currently on drone. Yeah, he's on drone. So that would have been an easy free kill. because his drone's over here. He literally, if I had known Fuse was there, that would have been a freebie, because he has no idea I'm there. I move into sight. Thermite, I believe, has shot me from this window through into this room, which is really annoying. So now I'm back down to 3/4 health instead of full. I move, I get hit by the Thunderbird, so I'm basically back up to full health again. Fuse is now there. Pushing in, pushing in, pushing in, pushing in. Capcan's dead. Fuse is then pushing in, I can hear him behind me. So at this point he was being yellow pinged on this corner, so I knew he was behind me, I just didn't know where. He pushes in. Thermite at this stage is still outside, and Ace, I believe, Ace is pushing in now as well. Alex then dies to Ace vaulting through, and I think I just died to Fuse. No, I think Thunderbird dies first, and then I have to try and clutch up. Oh no, do I kill Fuse, actually? Yeah, so I kill Fuse, thankfully. Thunderbird's now at just under half health. Ace is now pushing behind us with Diffuser. Thermite is now pushing into B-bomb. So Thunderbird's running a million miles away from sight for some reason. Ace then goes back. He is now droning, I think? No, he's not. Thermite sets off a few shots to the rotate. Ace is then droning me out, sees me. I get rid of the drone, but I'm basically cooked. Thermite is now in B-bomb. I don't think I was aware of this. I think I heard the smoke off and I thought I was going to go for a plant because I didn't know that Ace had it. I then move behind the settee instead. Thermite half health. Thunderbird then pushes the rotate, which in my opinion is the most predictable thing she could have done, because she was running this way anyway when he shot at her. So I feel like I would have gone for it and then reverted back to the doorway again. But she's now dead. It's now a 1v2, and I do not clutch up. Ace immediately kills me because he knows I'm there. I didn't know where to go because I knew someone was in B-bomb, but I didn't know where, and I also thought they were going to go for a plant potentially. And I didn't want to push this because I didn't know where this person was. I didn't want to run out in case they were holding this area over here, but they weren't. They were just pushing me. Overall, really bad defense from me. I just panicked. And I think at this point as well, I just had enough because I was like, pretty much every ranked game I play goes to overtime, and 90% of them, well, no, 40-something% of them are wins and the other 60 are losses. So it is really frustrating. So when it goes to overtime again and again and again, every time I see overtime, I just get annoyed. But yeah. So, things I've learned looking at this replay is when I'm roaming, I need to be more proactive. I need to be a little braver and not get scared of being caught, because it is going to happen. Like I could have denied Diffuser really early on in, what was it, like round 2. Playing as Rook, support operator is always easy, but sometimes I need to take someone else, although I did play decently on the kitchen site, but not on this one. I just panicked. That round as Rora, where I died to the Nitro Cell. Could have gone differently if I'd been a little bit more proactive and taken less to think about my decisions, and also if we'd known there was a Valk. Learned about the drone spot here from Ace. That's a nice spot to put a drone to watch this hallway, so that's quite handy to watch from there, and kind of watch into this bit, so that is quite handy, and obviously you can see down the bottom as well. So I know about that now, and I know as well you can breach this wall as Ace from there, so that's good to know, because then you've got a direct sight line into this site. Which is quite good because you can then cover that, and if you've got like a Carly, she could just cover all of this area if she wants to, which is quite good. That's quite strong. So I have learned a few things. Obviously the stream's gone on a little bit longer than anticipated. I didn't anticipate it going on for this long. But yeah, I will be doing more things like this in the future, and I probably will put these up as VODs on YouTube as well, so people can comment on there and let me know new things and stuff. But this has kind of helped. I've kind of learned a few things, which is quite handy. But I am going to call it there for now, guys, because I've got to go put food on and things like that. So much love as always. If you've enjoyed the stream, then obviously drop me a follow, and if you're watching on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe, and drop a comment as well, especially if you've got like helpful hints, tips, tricks, things I should be doing, things I can learn. I'm always looking to kind of improve. Other than that, much love as always, and I will see you all either in the next stream on Thursday, or I'll see you on the video on Friday. But yeah, much love, and I will see you all next time.